Hello, hello. I am going to try to see if I could tag some people so that we let everyone know we're about to get started. So it's really funny because I normally, when I do these live videos, I always do the same meal. It's always Mexican because we have this amazing good Mexican kit, and I will talk about that. But today feels so different because I'm doing shepherd's pie, and I have never made this recipe, so this is just gonna show you how easy and how doable it is. Hi Kim, thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to join you and your friends and just have a little fun on St. Patrick's Day. I am wearing green camo. I was like, I need to wear something green, so I wanted to make sure I did that. Kim, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds for more people to pop in, but I just want to share a little bit about what we're gonna have for dessert because I'm really excited. We're gonna have chocolate pudding, and this is something I make all the time when I do my demos, but I'm gonna make it a little bit more inspired by the Irish by putting Irish cream. Now, technically you could use Bailey's and it would be a little boozy pudding, but that's mommy's pudding. That's what I always say. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make shepherd's pie pretty much in the microwave until the very last few minutes. So let's just get started. I wanna make sure that you're paying attention to what I'm using. I'll talk about these things and these utensils. But I put the online catalog up, and if you want to see all of the things, I just don't have enough time to talk about everything I love. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is get some mini golden potatoes cut up, and we're just going to cut them into, it says cubes, but since they're mini, I'm just gonna cut them in half. That way they can release their steam, and they will not have any problems blowing up in the microwave. All right, I'm gonna be putting them in our multi-purpose steamer, which I do plan to talk about as we go through, but right now I just wanna get these potatoes cut up. And then I'm gonna put the potatoes in the microwave with no oil, with no butter, nothing added. And I am going to put them in for, I'm gonna start with 6 minutes. The really awesome thing about Epicure is that you can actually just play with the food. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. 6 minutes. No one ever told me 6 minutes. On the bag it says to do 8 to 10, and that's for regular sized potatoes. So I'm like, I'll try 6. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go ahead and take them out and grab a masher, see how they feel. And if they need to go back in, then they can go back in. So anyway, that's super, super easy. But I also love that you can make in this steamer, this multi-purpose steamer, you can make bacon on top of the tray. So you can have bacon strips that you could put in the microwave, have the lid on it, and you won't get all the bacon splatter. So there's that option. You can make meat, which we are actually going to do with our ground beef. So you have that option. You can make popcorn. My son loves making popcorn. So we don't have to add any oil or anything to our kernels. Put it in there for 3 minutes, kind of like your microwave popcorn. And all you have to do is wait for it to pop, and it is perfectly popped. And there's one more big one that I'm missing. Oh, duh, desserts, brownies. You can make brownies in your steamer in the microwave. You could have fudge brownies in 4 minutes. I could come home from work and be like, you know, Kim, I had a really hard day today. It's one of those chocolate craving days. And all I would have to do is grab my Epicure brownie mix, throw it into the steamer, and put it in the microwave. I would even say 3.5 minutes. So just saying, this thing it's got a lot of tools, or a lot of uses. All right, so I'm gonna put this in my microwave for 6 minutes. Oh, I'll take this part out. Okay, so in my microwave for 6 minutes, and then we don't have anything else to do. We don't have to babysit the potatoes. We don't have to watch that they're not boiling over. So we actually get to start making dessert, which is amazing because dessert should always come first. All right, I'm gonna make the pudding, which I just wanna tell you, if you compare this to the brand that, you know, comes in a box, it rhymes with hello. If you compare it to that, you will actually see all of the, it's chemicals, stuff you can't pronounce in that box. But with our Epicure recipe, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. So there's organic coconut palm sugar, there's food starch, organic cocoa powder, and sea salt. And then the recipe with everything we need is in bold over here. So this actually, it says you can make a mocha pudding with chilled coffee, 1 cup milk, 1 cup coffee. I'm making a, what you would put in your coffee. So I'm just gonna do 1 cup milk, 1 cup creamer. It might be pretty creamy, but I like mint, so. All right. Let's see. This is my, like, day 2 is my favorite for the pudding. So while I am making this today, and it can set up within a half an hour in the microwave. Don't put your pudding in the microwave. In the refrigerator, I like to let it set an entire day because it gets super, super smooth when you whisk it. And when you first make it, you get some like air bubbles, you know, from the milk. So anyway, let me see what this smells like. Ooh, it's gonna be, I wish there was some Baileys in there, man. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour that in. And I'm using one of our whisking bowls and a whisk, or a mixing bowl and a whisk, but that's a host exclusive, which is something I want Kim to hear about. So whenever you have a party, like a cooking show, sorry. That was probably not a great time to start talking. Whenever you have a cooking show, you get to choose between a host exclusive for the month that you have your cooking show, so March for Kim, or April, so it's always the month you're in, or the following month, because you get these hostess rewards that are good for 60 days. So basically you can choose which one you want. And so Kim has a tough decision this month. Where did I put it? You can get the Extraordinary Appetizer Collection, which has the 3 cheese, the Extraordinary Trio, and then 6 little appetizer plates. And that is a exclusive, no one else can get it unless you host, and it's $28.95. It's 40% off what it would be. Then, that's March. In April, you can do the Easy Peasy Brunch Collection, which is a mold for making waffles. Some of the Easy Peasy, that's the gluten-free mix. Everything is gluten-free. You can get the hollandaise sauce, which is delicious on eggs, and then summer berry topping, and that would go great in yogurt or even in your pancakes or your waffles. All right, I wanted to show you. So like I said, this gets pretty frothy, but it does get really thick. Actually, it's already getting thicker. You can see that. So I am going to pop this in the refrigerator, and then I have a couple other things I want to talk to you about in the next minute and a half. This is so wild. I usually have so many things happening. I think I actually really like this meal for a demo. Oh, I know all the stuff. I wish you were here in person, and I am totally all about having those parties in person. Actually, that's a great way to go for the next thing that I talk about. So I want everyone to know that if you book an event with me off of this cooking demo with Kim, she gets extra bonus benefits. She'll get an extra half price item, which you can use on anything. And on the host's end, the new host gets $20 of free money. So there's no way that you would ever have a cooking class with the benefits, and you would automatically, no matter what, if it qualifies, you would have no less than $45 and a half price item. So that is a great little segue for hosting. And then I also want to talk about our sale items that we have. There's a sale that just came out. It's Lucky March, and it has all of our older products that we either have as a 1 month exclusive, or we have as a rewinds that we put at 40% off because we didn't sell out of them the month that they were exclusive. So I'm telling you, oh, do I have some? Hold please. This bag of chocolate is a must. Seriously, it is 26.5 ounces and it's like $17, and you can use it for melting your chocolate and having like chocolate sauce. I just eat the little like nuggets by a handful. Also throw them into waffles. They would be delicious. Okay, so our potatoes just beat. Hopefully that means they're done. And I'm gonna use our meat separator. I'll have this later anyway, but I'm gonna use this to just see if they are like mash ready. I am gonna stick these guys back in for another 2 minutes. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let the lid continue to cook those, and I'm gonna stick my meat in. Now this I did not talk about. I have 1 pound of ground beef. You know what, speaking of the meat separator, I just wanna make sure I get it nice and cut up. And friends, I am going to put this ground beef right into the microwave and cook it in the microwave in my round steamer. That's something I need to talk about. We need to go into steamers. Kim, you've been to one of these shows or a few of these shows, so if I'm forgetting something, like you can be my assistant. Say, hey, don't forget to talk about because I know that you have so many things that you love like I do, and I don't have time to talk about all of them. So tell me what you want to hear me talk about. What are you loving that you would like everyone else to try? So I put that into the microwave for 5 minutes. All right, let's talk about the steamers. I'm actually using all 3 of our steamers tonight. I'm using my that's hot, multi-purpose steamer for the potatoes. I put my hand down, and here I'm gonna show you. There's these little holes in the lid, and when I put my hand down, all the steam came right. These are totally safe. You could even have your kids use these. They get a little warm, but not normally like that just happens. Okay, anyway, multi-purpose steamer. The round steamer has the meat, and this is the rectangular steamer, and we're gonna use this for our vegetables. I just wanna talk about the silicone. So this is food grade, BPA free silicone that is flexible. So you can, like when I'm done with my meat, I'll just drain the grease like this by folding it in half. It's also amazing because you can put it in the oven. If you're not into like the whole microwave cooking thing, that's a-okay. You can put it in the oven up to 425 degrees. And then the other thing that's amazing about it is you can put it in the dishwasher. You can put everything from Epicure into the dishwasher. So the steamers are amazing. Some people are a little hesitant because they don't think microwave cooking is safe, but it is 100% safe because the way that the food is cooking is through the steam. And so instead of adding a bunch of oil or fat to make sure that it remains moist, you've got the steam doing that. And then I also love that you are able to do it so fast. So this is for the mom who has a ton of things going on and just needs a solution to dinner time. This is for the older person who needs to have less handling in the kitchen. Like I have my mom set up with all the steamers because I'd rather her put something in the microwave than working with the oven. This is for the college student who is waiting for a solution to always eating at the food court or always eating out. you could put the chicken breasts or whatever in the steamer in the microwave. So the rectangular steamer is the smallest one. It's like a 1 serving portion. And you could do that with chicken. I'm gonna put vegetables, but you can also do anything else that you would normally do. You could make brownies, you could do popcorn. It's all the same silicone, so they all work the same. It's just what size and shape you want. And so the meat still has 2 minutes. This is so wild. So normally I've got so many things going on, and right now I have like nothing going on. So I'm just gonna keep talking. This is great. All right, so I highly, highly recommend that you get a steamer. I'm telling you, try it. If you don't love it, they have a money back guarantee. I'm just counting, I have 3 crock pots and an Instant Pot that I have not touched since I started using Epicure. Well, I shouldn't say that because I make some things in the crock pot, but I don't need 3 crock pots anymore. I used to have like 1 for potatoes and 1 for meat and whatever, and that is not the case. So, and it's flexible and it goes in the dishwasher. I don't know if I said that, but the dishwasher is so huge to me. Okay. The other thing I was going to talk about is our good Mexican kit. So I highly recommend a steamer. And then we usually do this in our cooking classes actually, the Mexican. So this is the enchilada sauce, which I put a video up of. You get guacamole, a jar of fajita, and poco picante, which the poco picante makes amazing salsa, and I put it in when I make Spanish rice. That kit will feed you for months with these spice blends. When they are new bottles, they're full to the top, you don't pay for any air, and they will make many, many servings. And the price of that kit is $31. That blows my mind. It's like, what? Another thing that's $30 that I think you will change your life is the Prep Pro knife that I was using when I was cutting the potatoes. I'm sure you saw that I was getting through those potatoes super quick and easy, but then I also can cut apples with this and it won't rust because it's made out of ceramic. So I am thinking this knife, a steamer, a meal kit, you're good to go. But if you don't want to stop there, I still have way more things that I would love to share. Really the best way to do this is to host. And if you want to do this, like if you are looking at me saying, I could totally do what you're doing, you're right. Anyone could do this, and you could be earning money while you're feeding your family, which was my initial reason why I started. I just wanted to feed my family. All right, let's check that meat. I said 5 minutes, and sometimes you have to just like look at it and decide if it needs more time. You know what? I think I made a pretty good call with the amount of time. And so this is the most flexible and the deepest steamer. So it's great for soups, but it's also great for draining off all the fat. And then you don't have to do any messy cleanup with that. And I just want to show you now that I get it all broken up. You could do chicken in here. You could even throw, I don't know if I said this either, but you could throw a pound of frozen beef in the microwave, add like 2 minutes to it, and you would have the same outcome. It's just amazing to me. Like, this is technology that has changed my life. Okay, that's ready to go. We're gonna be moving over to the oven here in just a second. I'm gonna put my peas and carrots. I'm only putting them in for 2 minutes because have you picked up on the theme here? It does not take a long time to cook with these steamers. Although I do need to see how my potatoes are doing. Oh, they definitely got softer, but I still think they need another minute. So after my, that's the last thing that you do with the recipe anyway. So after my vegetables are done, I'm gonna go head over to the stovetop. We're gonna go on a field trip across my kitchen, and we are going to make the rest of it in a pan. So I was starting to talk about the opportunity. So I initially joined with Epicure when I was trying to go back to work this school year, and just could not figure out how to feed my family. Even when I had the whole entire summer off, I was having a hard time figuring out how to make everyone eat one meal that no one complained about. So I decided I was just going to try this thing. And I introduced my busy mom friends to it. Their busy mom friends got introduced to it. We kept having parties. I kept buying. And then eventually my upline leader said, do you have any idea what you could be making if you just hosted these yourself or threw these yourself? And so I have just started in November, and I am climbing up the ladder pretty quickly, and I have a team in Bloomington Normal where we are. I have the very first organization in Bloomington Normal, which means we have multiple branches that are working with Epicure. So it is a really ground floor opportunity that I really highly recommend you take advantage of, because you get paid for feeding your family, and then you also get to bring joy to others. I don't know about you, but providing food is just my love language. So if you're able to do that and it makes you happy, why not get paid for it? All right, I think we're gonna start moving because that's about done. All right. Field trip. I did this yesterday and it worked out okay. Oh, you know what? I'm not remembering all of these things that I have not shown you. This is just crazy to me though, that I was able to pop these things in the microwave all together and just talk for that whole time. Could you imagine if you had, busy things to do, helping kids with homework, or if you had to do something, sorry, I'm trying to make it work. If you had to go put the clothes in the dryer, you had to do anything like that, you could literally pop something in the microwave. This is what changes your life, and you can go do those things. You don't need to babysit anything on the stove. Now I am going to be making the rest of the shepherd's pie, which you're probably like, okay, where's the shepherd's pie? So, sorry about that. Shepherd's pie. This is why it's so easy. I just had to get potatoes ready, I had to get beef ready, and I had to get vegetables ready. Now I'm gonna throw everything into a pan, which I would use my wok pan, but I don't think I have enough potatoes for that. I need a smaller circumference, so I'm gonna use a different pan. Okay, so I am just going to put my beef here. I'm trying to get the right angle so you can see. All right, I'm gonna get my beef. I'm going to get here they are, veggies. Hopefully you can see that. Let me move it closer since I'm doing this. Okay. My beef and my veggies, and then I am going to put a cup and a quarter of water, and I already measured it out, and I'm going to put the seasoning mix in there. Oh, I forgot to get my scissor drawer. I have 4 pairs of these scissors, you guys. This is another one. Okay, I actually am gonna put this higher up there than the knife, because you can cut chicken with the scissors, which is insane to me. All right, so I put the water in there. By the way, this is a meal solution instead of a spice blend. So it comes in one of these meal solution packs. And that means that it tells you all that you need, but I wanted to read really quickly the ingredients. This is it. And it's onion, cornstarch, there's some tomato powder, sea salt, garlic, nutritional yeast, which is really, really good for you, mushrooms, black pepper, chives, thyme, and celery seed. So it's just a bunch of spices. Oh, I gotta talk about Epicure's location. I do still have so many things. I might make shepherd's pie every day now. Gives me tons of time to talk. All right, let's see. So we're gonna bring this to a boil. Anyway, what I was saying, gosh, I was going all over the place. Those seasonings are all ethically harvested from the home office, which is in Canada. So why are we only now hearing about Epicure? A few people had heard of it, but there were some people who are doing the emoji. That is because it is new to the US. New as in they've been in Canada for 25 years, but they've been in the US for going on 3. And that is important because that means that they have already had 22 years to run their business and work out all the kinks and figure out all the recipes, and everything is cooked to perfection. They release new stuff every month. It's always delicious. It's always going to be sodium conscious and salt conscious. And then my favorite thing, it will never ever, any of our products will never ever have any of these things that we have on this list, which is our never ever list. And this list is seriously everything that you look at packages to make sure you don't have in your food. So I could take all the time you spend reading labels away if you try Epicure. I'm telling you, gluten-free is so huge because if you ever go to the grocery store looking for gluten-free, first of all, it's super expensive. Second of all, it is something that has so many added things to it so that it tastes better. I mean, I'm sorry for those of you who have to eat gluten-free, but I have the solution for you because this is actually yummy food. No, let me see, I want to make sure I get it right. It's nut-free. It's egg-free, and there's 85% non-GMO certified. So talk about good stuff. All right, once this starts to thicken up just a little bit and boil, all I have to do is put the potatoes on. So let's see what those potatoes are looking like. I'm gonna move it here. Gotta move my flowers. Okay. My flowers are going to be like, what are you doing to me? So much steam. I'm going to use my potato masher. This is another great thing about the steamers. You can actually use these as like your serving dish if you really wanted to. We've eaten fajitas straight out of them. Or you can use it as your mixing bowl, depending on what you're doing. I see that the sauce is starting to bubble just a little bit. So this is not what I expected I would call double fisting on St. Patrick's Day. One hand mashing, the other hand stirring, which you can see now that challenges my coordination because I had to stop doing one in order to do the other. All right. It's already thickening up quite quickly. So I'm going to finish with these potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and add the 1/2 cup of milk. So my milk is over here. Let me grab it. Boiling now. I can hear it. You can see it. So I'm just going to make these mashed potatoes. Now, had I had more time, I probably would have gotten regular potatoes and peeled them, but I wanted to show you that you can do this quick. And what time is it? I'm right at 7:30, so I should be plating up here in the next 5 minutes. That's always my goal. I never want to go over 30 minutes, but I always have so much to talk about that I just can't stop. And so I think we did really great today. I am going to review a few things and share one or two more little tidbits for you, and then we're going to be ready to eat. Okay, let's see how this is looking. It all touches, right? Yep, that's getting nice and thick. You can see that. And so then all I need to do, and this is actually another company, but they have these really amazing pots that you could put in the oven. So I chose this because I thought if I really wanted to, I might just put a little bit of butter on top and try to make this nice and caramelized, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and put the potatoes on. It also just continues to cook too, so that's another reason why I chose this one instead of the wok. The wok is amazing for our stir fries and all of our Asian inspired themed food. That's the other thing. I talked about the Good Mexican kit, but there's the Good Asian kit. There's also the Good Greek kit. So we have these meal kits made very, very simply for you to just have everything you need to eat out, like better than takeout. That's one of the things we say, we're better than takeout. And then, so I wanted to tell you, any orders this month that are $60 or more will receive a free meal solution pack. And it is actually one of our most popular meals. I'm gonna grab it really quick. The chicken pesto, or I'm sorry, creamy pesto. This is a popular meal for everyone because it only takes 3 things. It takes chicken, it takes milk, and it takes spinach. And if you want to serve it over pasta, whatever pasta you choose. So that is a free gift for anyone who has the an order of $60 or more. Oh, I forgot to talk about giveaways too. Holy cow, Kim, I had a lot to talk about. Hey, Sherry. So the giveaways, the person who guessed closest to the number of shamrocks, which Sherry, now that you're on, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know the answer to your question with the flowers or with the, shoot, I lost my thing. The flowers or the shamrocks themselves. But the person who was closest, I can't find my sheet, so I'm not able to actually tell you. Darn it. That's okay. The other way you can earn, here, I'm gonna come up for a second. The other way you can earn one of my prizes or my gifts, and my gifts, by the way, are meal solutions. So any of our delicious meal solutions, I have pretty much all of them, so you could look through the catalog and pick one and choose which one you wanted. And then another way to get a gift is to place an order before end of the night on Saturday. I call that my early bird orders. And so anyone who does that can get into a drawing for a free meal as well. All right, I'm gonna show you that's looking pretty good. I had one more thing I had to do though to make it garnished. I need to take my scissors again and cut some green onion right on top, because we eat with our eyes, right? We like color, healthy, yummy goodness. So I'm just gonna cut these up, and another great use for scissors, I can use them on my herbs. I can use them on small veggies like peppers, and if you really wanted to, you could try and do, what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway, there we go. All right. Oh, and I have to show you, hold on. I need to show you my pudding. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Okay, so this is the pudding that we made, and I just want to show you how it's thickened up. And there's no harm in eating it when it's not as thick. I mean, I might as well try it and see if it's as good as I believe it will be. So let me just do that really quickly. Oh my God. Oh yeah, my husband's gonna love that. All right, thank you so much for spending the evening with me. And I know that it's St. Patrick's Day, so not a bunch of people wanted to hang out with someone else they don't know and watch them cook a meal that they really don't know anything about. So that's okay. Kim is going to tell everyone who watches in the replay that you have a chance to earn a prize draw. If you watch the replay, you have to comment #replay. And Kim's gonna help me share the word since not everybody is a friend with me on Facebook. Also remember, you are so welcome, Kim. Also remember, I can help you shop, I can help you host, and I can help you join. All of those are my pleasure. Have a great and safe night.